Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
So would you like to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm John Ferris. I'm the vocalist and lyricist for State of Mind, band based out of Beaumont, Texas.
So how did you guys get your name?
I figured music was a state of mind. It's always helped me out when I have it's helped me through life. Music has got me through some of the worst times I've ever experienced. And it's all a state of mind. So I figured it worked. We come up with that in 1994 when we first started the band. A lot of personnel changes since then. A lot of our original drummer passed away from an accidental overdose. We had a recent bass player just pass away from alcohol addiction. A lot of my music is based around addiction. I don't think the normal person understands what we go through. I was an addict, and I don't think they understand what we go through, the kind of demons we face when we're trying to not be an addict or we're getting drawn into the addiction that we're fighting. And I think everybody has that inside of them, that darkness that holds you down from being the happiest person you can be. And music has always shined a light in my darkness and brought some happiness to me and some peace of mind. And that's what I try to do with my music, is touch people in their darkness, shine some light into their darkness and let them see there's hope and there's somebody out there that understands. And if more people understood, I think the world would be a much happier place. Instead of judging people, you need to help people. And that's what I like about music. I'm one of those people that I like to help people. I like to put a smile on people's faces. I like to make their heart skip a beat when they hear a good song. I like to write something that'll touch you and let you realize to your own self that life is not as bad as what it seems to be.
Is there any song that you've written that was really hard to release?
Hard as emotionally hard, or
emotionally, or
one that I put out in 1995. It was called Caught in Time. A good friend of mine killed herself in her garage listening to Ride the Lightning. And she was young, extremely young. She locked herself in her garage with her car running. And that was pretty hard to do. It used to choke me up when I was singing it. I've kind of moved past it now because it's more of an anthem. Now, it's called Caught in Time for a reason, because all you have is pictures when that's all when somebody passes away, that's all you have left is pictures and memories. And it's just a moment caught in time. That's all you have left of them. So that was a pretty hard one to put out. Rest in Peace was another one after Brett had passed away. I wrote that song, and that's basically for anybody who has ever lost a person. We haven't released that out yet. We're working on a second CD right now. We've only put out 2 songs on it. One is Shattered, which I wrote in 2001 after my dumbass wife was a dumbass. We put that one out, in a song called Fall Away. Fall Away is about the person fighting addiction. You're having problems in life. You're addicted to something, and it's easier to follow the darkness. It's easier to go that way than it is to fight with your family or fight with your friends because they don't understand what you're going through, and you kind of lock yourself away in this. You get locked into one certain mindset, and it's just easier to go that way because it erases everything for the moment. But when that goes away, you're back to where you were before, and it just gets worse and worse until you're so far gone that you have fallen away. You've just fallen away from reality. You've fallen away from your friends. You've fallen away from loyalty to yourself, to take care of yourself. And there's one lyric in that song that I've been asked before. It goes, "Speak the words that seal your fate." I've been asked what those words are. Those words are, I don't care. Once you hit the I don't care point in your life, there's no telling what you'll do or who you'll do it to. That could be family, friends, your wife, and it's just, I don't think enough light is shined on addiction and what people actually go through So I try to, I try to open people's eyes, and I try to sing to people's darkness, shine some light in there and let them see that it's not as bad as what they think.
So, what is your favorite song to play live and one you hate or dislike playing live?
It's hard to say. I like all of the songs, playing them live. I guess one that I'm not really comfortable with playing is a song called "I'm Sorry." It's it's about how people put things on you, and you're never good enough, or you can't ever do the right thing, or you can't ever say the right thing, you can't feel the right way. And it's just a song called "I'm Sorry." It's a little self-absorbed, I think. It has a good message to it, but it's just kind of, that's one of my least favorite ones to do. uh, Everything off of our first CD, I love to sing, I love to perform to people, I love to entertain people. Music is magic, and I'm a musician. I like bringing people together. In the world we live in nowadays, I think we all need to come together, and that's what I try to do. I try to bring people together and give them a good time, take their mind off of what hurts them and what makes them feel bad, and give them a reason to smile, give them a reason to feel hope in their self, that all is not lost. You can still reach forward and move forward and come out of the slump.
Since you've been in the industry for a very long time, do you have any wisdom for people that are coming up now?
Yeah, it's a pet peeve of mine too. Believe in yourself. Don't, if you're doing this for money, you're never going to be happy, ever. Do it because it's something that's a passion to you. Something, if you want to share, if you're one of those type of people that likes to share to other people, this is the thing for you to do. A thing I've noticed here lately is a lot of bands attach themselves to somebody else's coattail with a, I don't know how to explain it. Do it for this reason, do it for that reason. Battered women, this and that, attach yourself to this, attach yourself to that. I personally won't do that. If you don't like my music because of my message or my performance or my lyrics or what I say, me attaching myself to a cause is not going to change that. It's just attaching myself to a cause. And if I had to attach myself to a cause, I would say unity of musicians, unity of people. Look beyond what everybody is looking at now, because I'm 58 years old. Nothing was ever like this when I was younger. We all stood up for one another. We all got each other's backs, but now there's so much division and so much separation. The only way you can get recognized is if you're on somebody's bandwagon, if you're taking up a cause that somebody else has initiated. Then they see you in that cause, but they see you in the cause. They don't see you as you. You've taken on the cape of something else. And I think it's okay, but personally, I want to be known for what I do, not for what I promote or what I think, in the world. I don't want to attach myself to something just to garner attention for people to hear my music. We have a guy in the UK named John Giles, the Pure Music Factory. He's made 19 videos for us. And to me, that's the way to do it. You reach out to people, you share your music, and the ones that like you are going to do things for you. But you don't have to pull from somebody else's conviction, and spread that butter on your bread to make it taste a little better. Just do what you do and do it to the best you can. Have confidence in what you do. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything. Don't let anybody tell you you shouldn't do anything. There's a lot of things that people don't do because they listen to everybody around them and they never do it. We might be missing out on some badass musicians or some badass artists because people have just, maybe you have to believe in yourself. That's my advice to people. Believe in yourself. Do it because it's a passion. Do it because you want to help somebody rise above the mundane life that they're living and pull their head out of the gutter and the darkness that's in their heart. Bring it out into the light for people to see that, you know, they've worked past it and they've moved beyond it, have become a better, stronger person for it. That's what music has done for me. It gives me an exit from the darkness. It gives me an exit. It keeps me from returning to addiction. It keeps me from being an alcoholic. It keeps me from popping pills. It keeps me from doing drugs. You know, it is my sanity. As crazy as I look, I am sane.
So who got you into music in the first place?
My mom played piano. I learned to play piano. I played trumpet in high school. I've just always loved music. Music has always been, I had a radio playing from the time I was probably 13 or 14 years old. I'd go to sleep with the radio on, wake up with the radio on, listen to the radio all day. And I just felt peace and solace in certain music. It just has a way of erasing the darkness from you. You know, you could be having a really bad day and hear that song that just lifts your spirit, and it helps you. It just helps you get through the day. And that's what I want to do for people. I mean, I guess my rock idols are the old school. I call them rock gods: Dio, Maiden, you know, Kiss, all of those old guys. And they always had music that would touch you. They'd always have that one certain song that would lift you up. And I just wanted to do that. I thought, you know, I could do this. It was more than money to me and more than fame. It was just being able to touch somebody and help them, just to help somebody. There's too much depression, too much.
Did you just order something?
It's just crazy nowadays. I don't understand it. It's like everybody's lost their will to succeed or to be a survivor. You know, survivors have strength that nobody knows about. They don't understand the strength of a survivor. You know, and I have that strength, and I share it in my music. And I write some pretty dark lyrics, but I can explain all my songs. I know what they all mean. And sometimes while I'm performing a song, the meaning of the song will change because I'll hear something in it that I didn't hear before. Like Burning Reflections. That's a song that was written about the world just tearing you down. And you're always looking ahead and you're looking behind you, but you're not looking at what you have right now. And where you're always looking behind you and always looking so far ahead, you're not seeing what's in front of you. You lose everything that's in front of you. And you're left with your past and what future you don't know about because you're too concerned with those things. But, you know, the world will tear you apart if you let it. But you have to focus on what you have now that you can work on. You can't do anything about your past, and all you can do about your future is keep making the right decisions. So, and no, this is not whiskey. It's actually coffee. I just like this coffee. Now, back in the day, yeah, I would say, no, it's not whiskey. It's water. But like most addicts that go through the program, you end up drinking coffee, which I do. So I'm proud to have come out of that with all my fingers and toes and most of my brain cells.
Yeah. If you can pick a song to send somebody to describe you, what song would it be?
I've never been asked that before. That would describe me. That's a hard one. I really don't know if there is one that describes me. That's a really hard one there. I'm going to go with No Sanctuary by Queensryche.
Okay.
That's got some lyrics that I can really relate to. Scream, but no one listens. Again, you cry. Give me sanctuary. The back, I went through that for a long time. Just the screaming in my head, and there was just like no place that was safe. So to this day, I still feel like that every once in a while. So I think that would be, or Too Young to Die, Too Drunk to Live by Alcatraz. That's Chemical
Okay.
Kids, yeah, living the streets, searching for some kind of savior. Yeah, so lyrics are very important to me. But those two songs, I think, really, especially Too Young to Die, Too Drunk to Live. That's, so I went through that. I was almost Ozzy. I almost drowned in a pool, and I drank so much I couldn't remember what I did from one day to the next, and it was bad. It was really bad. Music is magic. It can save you.
Is there something that you could do right now that make you feel like a kid again?
Go play putt putt. Mini golf.
Mini golf?
Yeah. Or sitting at my mom and dad's house watching TV, having to get up and turn it by hand, and only having 3 stations. Yeah. MTV. That's what I'm going to say. It made me feel like a kid again. When MTV was real, with Headbangers
Yep.
Ball, and
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I was 18 back then, so the first song I learned to play on guitar was "More Than a Feeling" by Boston. I played
Really?
guitar for 30 years, but I don't play right now. I mean, all my equipment. So I got a KMD full stack from England, made in 1982. It's a beast, but I write on it, and there's not much that makes me feel like a kid anymore. I'm pretty old now. Being able to play music, I think, is one of them. That actually does make me feel pretty young, and I have energy that I don't have normally. I'm a totally different person on stage. I have a totally different persona. I think people come to see a show, not a band, get up there and play music. So I try to put on a good show. I try to be a showman, and I try to interact with the audience, and have some extra energy, and try to be emotional in my content, emotional in how I react to people. I think it's a personal experience. Everybody takes it different, and everybody takes something different from it. But personally, when I go see a show, I want to see a rock show. I don't want to see a band just get up there, sing and play and look like they're at band practice. Overproduction I don't mind the stage shows, but sometimes I think there's a little too much stage show on some stuff. Not enough heart. Shock values everything nowadays.
All right, this might be a hard question for you.
I'm ready.
If you had to send somebody a tour kit, what would you have in the box to make sure they have on tour?
Probably CDs, T-shirts, guitar picks, little things that they could, maybe some flash drives instead of CDs, because everybody has a USB port in their car now. So, I mean, that might be a better thing. Flash drives with your content, then you could actually plug them into your computer and have pictures and other stuff like that. Maybe some signed pictures. I'm not, just things people could keep as memorabilia and be proud to have, like a nice T-shirt or a wallet, hat. In the sun nowadays, hats would probably go pretty good. But most definitely CDs for people to come, take the music, bring it home with them and be able to listen to it. A T-shirt or two, because we always buy when we go. We'll buy merchandise from the bands. I don't know what a good tour kit would consist of. That would be a good question to pose to my fans. What would they like to see in a tour kit? Besides the band coming out, that would be one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, photo ops with the band, sit down with us, talk for a little while, take some pictures, have a good time. Things that don't cost much. Money runs too much of things nowadays. So, things that are inexpensive but hold a lot of meaning would mean more to me than, something that costs a lot of money that somebody would kind of grimace about buying, but they wanted to have it. To me, it's taking something from them that maybe they don't have, but they're respectful enough of you to want it.
Yeah.
So I don't like putting my fans in that type of position. Half the time, I'd rather trade band CDs. Hey, I'll trade you my CD for your CD. Or if we have a fan that comes out all the time and shows up and puts forth a lot of energy and, hollers and screams, I'd like to give them a CD or a T-shirt. We had T-shirts, we had CDs, we sold out all of them. We haven't played in a while. We just replaced our drummer and our bass player. So we've had to pass up a lot of shows lately, and my band funds have immensely dwindled. But I've paid for pictures. I've paid for John Giles doesn't ask for anything when he does our videos, but I have to send him something for his time. He spends a lot of time in what he does. We have 19 videos on his YouTube channel right now. So, and it's just fan-made videos. We have 2 or 3 of our own on our YouTube page that are actually state of mind videos. One of them is Shattered, one of them is Nightmare, and one of them is Breath Away. And those were made by us and Brian Mertz. And Cameron Baklevic made our Nightmare video, which are professionally full production videos. So John Giles does it because he likes our music and he says everybody needs to hear it. So he makes videos for us. The last one he made was a double video, 11 minutes and 48 seconds. It's Burning Reflections and Fall Away, put together into one video, but they're both orchestrated. Wolfie in the in the Ukraine, he's a composer. He orchestrated those 2 songs for us. And they sound pretty good. I like them. It adds a lot of emotional content to the music. And it makes it sound, I don't know, it gives me chills when I heard it. I'm used to hearing it a certain way, but adding that orchestration to it just brings it to a whole new level of emotion.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
Ozzy Osbourne and Queensryche.
Hell yeah.
That was Queensryche's first concert. Their first album, Take Hold of the Flame, Queen of the Reich. Yeah, after I saw them, I was hooked. I had to do it. There was no doubt about it. I saw, I don't know, I think maybe it might have actually been 38 Special and Eddie Money was the first concert. I just got out of jail. I was in a halfway house, restitution center, and the Beaumont Civic Center was across the street, and I got caught trying to sneak out to go see Motley Crue, and got put on suspension for a month. But I can't remember. It was Ozzy and Queensryche or 38 Special and Eddie Money. I think it was 38 Special. It was a long time ago, dude. I was 18, 19 years old. So, but the one I remember the best is the Ozzy and Queensryche, because Ozzy come from the ceiling. It was the Ultimate Sin tour, as a matter of fact. And it was cool. People were just, there was joints flowing and it was great. He did a shot in the dark, and every time the big bright lights flashed out at you, it knocked all 4 rows backwards. It was awesome. I couldn't hear for 3 or 4 days after that concert. I missed Ozzy and Randy Rhoads, but I did get to see him with Jakey Lee. It was a good concert. I liked it. It was great. But I think that was the first one. I'm having a problem remembering that one. So it's one of those 2.
Is there a musician that you wanted to see but you never got a chance to?
Dio. I wanted to see Dio. I'm very impressed with Dio's career, all the way from what was his first band? Elf, I think was Dio's first band, ELF. But his resume and his music is he's got so much of it, and everything he does just is very emotional. I just love the sound of Dio. I love his music. I love the lyrical content. Some of it, I mean, every band's got that one song where you're like, really, you did that? But for the most part, Dio, I would have loved to seen Dio.
I do this every episode. You can flip it on me. You can ask me anything.
What started you in wanting to talk to bands and interviewing people?
Well, it started off at a conversation at a karaoke bar, but going back to MTV, I used to run home from school to watch, Matt Pinfield every day, and it just clicked to me that this is something I wanted to do. It took me a while to realize what I wanted to do, but
that's awesome, man. Hell yeah. There's a radio station we listen to at work. It's 92.5. And actually, Martha Quinn is the DJ and plays all that music she used to play on MTV.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And when I heard that, I was like, what? Martha Quinn? Doesn't sound like her anymore. I mean, her voice is still kind of up there, but if she didn't announce herself as Martha Quinn, you wouldn't know it was her. But yeah, every day, Martha Quinn on the radio, the Safety Dance and Metallica, Megadeth, all those songs they used to play on MTV all the time. Mm-hmm. That makes me, that's one thing that makes me feel like a kid again, listening to Martha Quinn on the radio. Man, it's great that you invited me to be on here. I really appreciate it. I'm enjoying myself immensely. I hope
I appreciate you coming.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm almost at 5 years doing this.
That's good. That's a good long time. Has it gotten better since you first started?
I feel so. More confidence now.
Technology sucks though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, with my computer, I couldn't hear you, you couldn't hear me. I had to switch to my phone. So
yeah.
Here we are. This is actually the T-shirt from the Pure Music Factory, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
Yeah, he sent me one. He's in the UK. We got fans in Canada. We got fans in the UK. We got fans. We have a lot of fans. We've been on a few playlists. I think we're on rotation on a couple of radio stations. I try to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Speaking about your fans, do you have a message for them?
Hell yeah, y'all rock. Thank you if you're here watching. You know what to expect, and nothing crazy has came out of my mouth. So hey, we're all good. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Same here. Same here.
We love you. We're glad that you like our music. We're trying to put out some new music for you guys. We just we're going through some personnel changes and trying to get everybody online so we can start writing some new stuff. We actually have one new song we've been working on, but we're in the studio working on our second CD. And our producer is actually the man that produced us in '95. We were his first production on an ADAT system. So we're trying to re-release our 1995 cassette as a cassette. I'm also gonna have it, put onto made it into MP3s and get it on. We have half songs on Bandcamp right now because we have one cassette left that's never been opened. And we had some other cassettes, but for some reason, I think they were just for us to hear what the mix sounded like, because everything stops after about 2 minutes. It fades away. So and Kyle works for the school district, and right now it's balls to the wall season for him because school's out. So he's not been able to, handle up on it. But as soon as that happens, that'll get put on Bandcamp, and then I'm looking at getting that taken and made CD cassettes out of it. And I also want it available on vinyl because it has an old school vinyl sound to it because it was recorded on an ADAT machine. It's not clean. You couldn't punch in on it. You got what you got in the studio on an ADAT. You either redid it or, you know, you couldn't cut and paste and move it and, you know, put it all together like that, like they do nowadays, which I kind of don't like that to a certain point, but sometimes I do. It loses when you cut and paste and drop and drag stuff and build a song out of, you know, you can record a couple little clips of music and then just make it the whole song. You don't have to ever play it again. You know, to me, it loses authenticity when you do that. I'd rather, even though I sing the same chorus 3 times, I want to sing it 3 times. I don't want to sing it one time and have it pasted into place every time it comes up again.
I never thought about it that way. That people do that.
Excuse me.
You okay?
I'm choking on coffee. Talking and drinking.
It's just being water. It's okay.
Caffeine water works for me.
Yeah.
Now, our old bass player, I'm going to show you something real quick. I can step right over here. Our bass player that just quit, well, he had to pull out for family reasons. He had family responsibilities and stuff. He actually drew this picture.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It goes for, we have a song called War Dance. And I wrote that song in whenever Operation Desert Storm was a thing. And I wrote the song basically for the families of the soldiers because, you know, they're the ones that hurt more than the soldiers do because, you know, torn from your homeland, nowhere to run. They give you your boots, they give you your gun. It's basically a poke at politicians, you know, they take you from your home, they send you somewhere where you have nowhere to go. And your families sit in silence and wait to hear news or wait to see news or wait to hear something. And it's just a dance. You come home dead, they'll send somebody back to take your place. It's just a dance. It goes around and around, you know. So I wrote the song War Dance based on that fact. And it's a pretty old song, but people love it. People still like it to this day. One of some of their favorite music. But Robert, he wanted the Rhino is what we called him. He wanted the lyrics for War Dance, and I sent him the lyrics to it, and that's what he drew based on what he got from the lyrics.
Well, it came out really good.
That's our second CD cover. The first one is a lightning bolt. It says SOM on it. It was a real, I can't say a cheesy copy. It was just one, like a sleeve with the CD in it, shrink wrapped. This one we got from a buddy of mine, Misanthropic Records, that I used to be a part of. I'm still a part of it, but they're not called Misanthropic Records anymore. But I got CDs from him with a full booklet with pictures, lyrics, and that drawing I showed you was the front cover of it. And we sold those out quick. They went away fast. And they were very well done. They sounded good. They looked good. I still have, where is it at? I've got my little underground collection here. I don't even think I have my CD in here, as a matter of fact. Nope, it's in the other room. Oh, there's one. There's one of the first ones. That's what the first CDs looked like. It's hard to see with that glare on it.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
That's all it had on it. And but I don't have the other one in here. Got the studio track for it. No, I don't have one in here. It's in my other set up front. But I think the next time we go in the studio, I think Kyle told us we're going to do 2 songs this time instead of 1. So I'll have 2 to put out. It takes him a while to do it. He's really OCD, so it may take a month for us to get 2 songs. I'm trying to learn how to do it, but I don't have enough time. I can show you this though. That's what our first cassette looked like.
Nice. I remember.
And it's got all the stuff on the inside of it, you know, instruments, you know, songs, band members, all that good stuff. We do have a sponsor. He sponsored us since we brought the band back together. That'd be Wolf Customs. Chris Thunderwolf Dawson. He's in Illinois. Great guy. He's been a fan of ours for a while now. So, but that's the one sponsor we have. Dirtbag Records. We're an endorsed artist with them. I do what I can. I mean, I'm not a man of many pennies, so I try to. You share my stuff, I'll share your stuff. You know, you promote me, I'll promote you, kind of person. But as far as paying for much, I don't pay for much of anything unless it's something I really, really want. Or if I don't have the time to do something, I'll pay for it. But other than that, I try to make time. I try to be very proactive in the local music scene, and you know, try to put everybody's stuff out, try to let everybody be heard, try to unite everybody. I mean, we need to come together. We need to stop being so iffy and weird and scared about everything. I mean, America wasn't built on fear, you know, but it's going to be destroyed by fear. That's for damn sure. So I try to bring people together. You know, that's the one thing I can say us musicians can do. It doesn't matter what color you are, what you believe in, who you think you are, don't think you are. Music brings all those people together into one place, and they all have that same mindset. They're there to have a good time, hear some music, enjoy the fellowship, and be around other people that think the same things they think, enjoy the same things they enjoy. And what they do after they leave the show, that's on them. But as long as they're under my spell, they're going to have a good time, and they're going to be united, and they're going to love everybody.
So at this time, do you want to promote what you're doing right now?
Not too much. We're getting our bass player lined out. He just started. He was our bass player before. He's a truck driver, so he's not around a whole lot. We have band practice with him every couple of weeks. He comes in and practices, and getting our drummer lined out. We have a very good drummer. We crammed 9 songs in his head so we could play a benefit. He learned them in 7 days. 3 practices, he learned well enough for us to play a show. But we thought he was going to lose his mind. So we stepped back. We're not trying to play any shows right now. We're trying to get back together to where we were. That's basically it. There's not a whole lot going on except trying to get the band back to where we need to be. But we're still working in the studio, and I'm still writing lyrics. I am about to start posting lyrics on my site. I've been asked a few times what my songs mean, what makes me write them, what's the idea behind the song. So I'm going to start posting my music lyrics with an explanation of the song and a link to the song as well. I'm going to try to do this like once a week. And I think the next, excuse me?
Where is that going to be on?
That'll be on my Facebook page probably.
Okay.
That's the only thing I use Facebook for. If you're going to put politics on my news feed, you're going out of there. It's all music. So it'll probably be there. Instagram. John Giles is about to make us a lyric video for Fall Away. That should be coming out. As soon as I get him the lyrics, he's really good at what he does, and it shouldn't be long. He does premieres on the Pure Music Factory. So he'll set up a premiere date and put it out there with a little teaser or something. And it's usually at 4 p.m. our time. He's a 6-hour time difference from us. So right now at his house, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, really?
And he already sent me a message since we've been sitting here talking. He don't mind talking to me. It's really cool to come home, have a bad day, pick up the phone and call your buddy that lives in the UK. Talk to him on the phone for 20, 30 minutes. At least our cigarettes aren't $13 a pack. Theirs are. That's one of my biggest things. I'm more addicted to this than I am anything else. I can quit smoking weed. I haven't smoked weed, and I caught a chest cold last week, and I haven't smoked any bud for probably 2 weeks. I have it.
Mhm.
If I could quit smoking cigarettes that good, I wouldn't have no issues, man. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But cigarettes, for some reason, it's a hard thing to do. It's harder than a lot of stuff. I can quit drinking. I don't hardly even drink anymore. I drink very little. I can fill this up and it'll last me a month at band practice.
Really?
You know, so I don't like being drunk when I perform anymore. I don't like being high when I perform. I like being able to remember and talk to people on a conscious level, not, you know, a rambling drunk fool being, you know, just dumb. So I think it helps all the way around. I'm proud that I kicked all that.
I would like to thank you for your time, sir.
Oh, well, thank you very much for having me here. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I
And
hope
to be,
everybody.
and where can everybody follow you?
A State of Mind, John Ferris on Facebook. That'd be State of Mind .somtx on YouTube. John Ferris 88 on Instagram. The Pure Music Factory out of the UK. We have 19 videos. He does a lot of videos. We're mixed in with Marilyn Manson and In This Moment, and just a lot of music. He makes fan videos, and he's got a couple underground bands on there. We're one of them. I think we got the most underground music on his place list right now. And he's got the Pure Music Factory Extra, that's where you'll find the double video of Burning Reflections and Fall Away. It's called TMPF Extras, and it's a YouTube channel, just like the Pure Music Factory. I sing better than I talk. Don't worry about it.
Well, I hope you have a great rest of your night, sir.
Thank you very much. I hope you have a great evening yourself. Thank you for having me. Thank everybody for showing up and spending some time on Concert Junkies with me. And you're John, right? Or Rob?
I'm Rob.
That's right. Too much sun. It was 102 degrees outside today. I've been home for a little while, long enough to take a shower and not look like I just walked out of the boneyard. We built fences, wrought iron fences.
Yeah.
It's hot. If I would have thought a second before I asked that question, I would have figured it out myself.
Mm.
I apologize. I told you I had a few brain cells left. They're obviously not working in unison right now.
Well, I hope you have an amazing night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Have a good
everybody,
night.
for showing. Yes, sir.
So where's the cable box?